The new GTA Online Los Santos Drug Wars update has arrived, and in this video we'll be doing a complete beginner's guide to this update. But just before we do get into all of that, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content just like this. Are you interested in starting your own gaming channel on YouTube, but simply don't know where to start? Well, I've got just the thing for you. By using the link in the description and the pinned comment, you can get access to a 50-minute free training session with a YouTube expert. And believe it or not, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about someone who has monetized many YouTube channels, one of them even being this channel right here, which I then took over. Some of the other channels he's monetized includes Joas97, FootFanatic, and OpenVision. And of course, he's helped other gamers monetize their own YouTube channels. He's even been helping me monetize my very own YouTube channel from scratch, and the first video I uploaded got over 30,000 views in about a month, which is insane. So the man behind all this is Jamie. Jamie is an expert when it comes to helping YouTube channels grow and improving your skills as a content creator. So I really can comfortably say that if you work with Jamie, the quality of your videos will improve drastically, and that really just is the case. So if you are interested in starting your own gaming YouTube channel, or even if you're not, then you might as well go to the link in the description. It really is just a gift. You get 50 minutes with a YouTube expert for completely free. So go down into the description or the pinned comment and check it out. So first of all, let's look at the new properties and vehicles, and we'll start with the vehicles. Now, so far there are only a couple new vehicles, but with Rockstar they will just be drip feeding these in each week, and this could take many weeks and many months before all of these vehicles have arrived in the game. But yeah, it's just worth noting that all of the vehicles that are in the game now aren't the only vehicles that will be arriving with this update. So first we'll focus on Legendary Motorsports. We have the Anis 300R, which goes for 2,075k. Then we have the Overflod Entity MT, which goes for 2,355k. So then over on Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have the BF Surfer Custom, which goes for 442,000 to 590,000, depending on obviously a trade price and GTA Plus memberships and everything like that. Then we've got the Zersonium, which goes for 592k to 790k, and lastly we have the Declassy Tulip M100, which goes for 1,658,000. So now let's talk about the new properties. As of right now, there is only one purchasable property which is new, and that is the multi-storage garage, and this costs 2.7 million. Now this is basically a standard garage, other than the fact that it has 50 new vehicle slots, so obviously now you can store 50 more vehicles, which is very useful considering we're getting way more vehicles with this new update. So now let's have a quick talk about the new improvements before we get onto the new content. Rockstar have added ray trace reflections on the expanded and enhanced version of the game, and to be able to see these, you need to enable the fidelity graphics option within the display settings on GTA, and this is only available obviously on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and on screen now you are seeing gameplay with these ray trace reflections since I'm using the fidelity mode. Now this mode gives you the best visuals, but you will be capped at 30 frames per second, but it's nice that they made these visuals even better with these new reflections. I have to say that these look really nice. So through the quick menu you can now customize which contacts will be displayed on your phone. There might be some contacts that you literally never ever use, and you can simply just hide those now, which is pretty useful considering as the game gets bigger and bigger there's way more contacts, so yeah, it's gonna be nice to be able to tidy things up there. You can also now request bicycles from the mechanic. Before the new Los Santos Drug Wars update, you would actually have to go into one of your garages and then go out of the garage with your bicycle, but now you can just request it from anywhere on the map, which is really convenient. So now let's talk about the new story missions, these being the first dose story missions. Now in previous newswires, Rockstar have confirmed that these story missions are just the first part of the update. Later down the line we will get the second part of the update, which will feature, I assume, 6 more story missions, as in this update we have 6 story missions. This won't be a future title update, this will just be drip fed content since the missions have been added to the game, they're just not available yet to players. So the first dose mission 1 is called Welcome to the Troop, first dose mission 2 is called Designated Driver, first dose mission 3 is called Fatal Insertion, first dose mission 4 is called Uncontrolled Substance, first dose mission 5 is called Make War Not Love, and lastly first dose mission 6 is called Off the Rails. So as you can see, I predict there will be another 6 missions for the second dose of missions, and so far I actually really enjoy these missions. I haven't had the chance to play through all of them, but the gameplay you are seeing on screen is from the first dose mission 1. I wasn't really expecting much, I just thought these would be like contact missions really, but they're not. You actually do get similar experience to the missions that you get in the GTA 5 story mode. You've got some really good cutscenes and some pretty cool missions, to be honest. I really enjoyed going through that first mission. Now, to start these missions, you will have to wait for a phone call from Ron, and something amazing about this is there's no upfront cost to be able to partake in these missions. These are completely free. So you've just got to wait for that phone call from Ron, and you just have to listen to that phone call. You can just hang up instantly if you want to, and that'll work as well. You'll then find a yellow R on your map, and this is located within Blaine County. So by going over to that location, you'll be able to start these missions. This will put you into the classic GTA Online mission scene, and these missions can be done solo or with up to 4 other players. Something I did find a little odd, which I assume might be a bug, is that during the mission select, or the mission sort of splash screen, if that's what you want to call it, it did ask me to select a weapon, which I hadn't really seen before, and even though I did select a weapon when I got into the mission, I had my entire weapon wheel with me, so it was a bit of an odd one, really. I assume it's some sort of bug, but yeah, we'll just have to see what that's all about. But once you start the mission, you'll just be put straight into it. This will be a private session with the mission, and that's about it. You'll be able to go through the new content. Then pretty much straight when the first mission is done, you'll get instant access to the second mission, and something that you do get at the end of the first mission. If you don't want to know this, then click off the video now, since this is a bit of a spoiler, I suppose, but you will get a new property. This property is completely free, and it is called the Freak Shop. At the beginning of all of this, you're not really going to get much in it, so I won't go into it in much detail. There's literally just going to be some place where you can customize your weapons and everything like that, but yeah, there won't be much going on inside it, especially at the beginning of the story missions. It'll probably get more use when the second dose of story missions do release. So in terms of the main bit of new content, that is the main sort of bit, really. That's the main theme of this update. Within Rockstar's newswires and their general advertisement for the game, this was the main thing that they showed off, these new story missions, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I think that these are some really cool additions to the game. But that's not it in terms of content. There's actually some more stuff along with that. There are now new parachute missions. Around the map, there will be 10 different locations for these parachutes. These will be displayed as a parachute icon with just a J in the middle. These did actually get leaked a while back, and it was completely correct. These are new activities, if that's what you want to call them, that are within the game, and these are pretty cool. If you go up to one of these locations, there'll be a small building, and then you can just go there, and it'll give you the option to start the parachute mission. You'll then be put in a helicopter, you'll be in the air, and then you're just basically let free, and you have to go, using the parachute, go through each of the different checkpoints. So I think that's a pretty cool activity, to be honest, and it's something that, you know, it's a nice little addition to the game there, and it's something for especially those veteran players that have played through most of the content. It gives them something to do. But yeah, like I did mention, there are 10 of these locations, and these are all around the map in different areas, but each location will consist of a small box, a small building where you can start the mission. Now, Tesfunds 2 has actually tweeted saying that it's quoted from the game, the Downtab Cab Co is now open for business. Begin taxi work from here to earn additional income. Successfully completing multiple fares without a break will increase the rewards. Now, this is a quote from the in-game sort of display menu that you will get at the top left of your screen from now and then, but I haven't really seen anything on this from anyone else, so I assume that this is content that isn't in the game yet. Now, this does mean that it's within the game files, but it just hasn't been set public to players, like I've said many times with some of the other content, and instead this will be drip-fed content to players. I would expect this to be maybe one of the last things that does arrive with the update, as it's a pretty big thing, so it will give players a reason to go back to the game. Now, in terms of what this will involve, these will be the taxi missions from the story mode. You can start a taxi business in the GTA 5 story mode, and I would expect this to be the exact same as that. Personally, I think this is a pretty cool addition. Now, I can't say for certain that it's not in the game yet. I just haven't seen anything on it from anyone else, and I haven't experienced this myself, so my guess would be that this is drip-fed content. We did notice in one of the images from Rockstar, which I've gone over in a previous video, so I won't really touch on it much here, and I'll link that video in the description below, but they did actually show off a different taxi vehicle we hadn't seen before, which was pretty cool, and I assume that will be involved with this new taxi sort of missions, and this new taxi business, basically, which will be, I assume, identical to the one in story mode. But there you go. That is basically everything that we know about this new Santos Drug Wars update. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this update down in the comments below. This is live on all platforms, PS4, Xbox One, the next-gen consoles, and of course PC. I'll be uploading loads of videos going over this update, how to maximize profits with this update and everything like that. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content just like this. So, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.